Today we have Ashwini Kinhikar, who's a very dear friend, and we started our journey together I think almost together in our filming journey, where Ashwini played a small part in one of the short films I made. After that, I think Ashwini's gone a long way, and now you are a major part of Bollywood films. You're doing Bollywood films. You're doing theatre. You are always an RJ, and I think you're a voiceover artist as well. You're a storyteller. You are a content creator. So I mean, you're wearing many hats, and we want to hear all about it.
Yes, 2021 was the year when we started this journey. I think it was in summers sometime that we started the filming journey.
Yeah, June.
Then I did commercial, and then slowly I started getting noticed because of the monologues I've been doing. So I am a radio presenter by nature, and 2015 onwards I started my radio journey. And the journey was there always. I've worked on leading Asian radios, all the top 3 Asian radios. I've been working with them here. And slowly, it happens that as radio presenters, we keep on interviewing the celebrities, the well-known people on the other side of the table. And I always thought, it must be a fantastic journey to reach there. So ambitious, we all are ambitious in life at some part. And acting was something which I started when I left one of the radios in 2020. And I started doing monologues after that. And the monologues, they actually gave me the confidence to become an actor.
I've seen some of your monologues, and they're really good. The content is also very relatable in terms of like the characters that you make yourself, and the dialogues that you write. They are quite emotional. And
Thank you, Usha. So initially, this is an Indian group which says 100 monologues, 100 weeks. So I took that challenge, to the heart, and I was the first actor in that group who did 100 monologues in 100 weeks. And now in season 2, I have done my 186 monologues. In season 2, I have written all my monologues. So I think that journey actually matures you, the experience, and that actually gave me the confidence to be in the films and theatre and voiceover industry, everything. It's been a beautiful journey.
So what is actual process of the monologues that you were just mentioning?
Yeah, Sandeep. So monologues is like solo acting. And obviously we don't have actors in-house. They are real life actors. I always tease them, my family members and my friends, that you people are real life actors, and maybe we get a little bit professional with that. That's the reason we're on the screen. So monologue is doing act all alone. Okay, and there are different genres we keep on doing. We say the navras, so we try to cover the navras in each and every monologue. Monologue can range from 2 minutes, 3 minutes. At times it can be just under 1 minute, and at times it can be 10 minutes. So it's all about giving that emotion and that message through your monologue. And that's a craft which every actor should be practicing. And I feel nice and I feel productive every week that I do a monologue. Many of the actors, they miss working on their craft. And some or the other way, you have to keep on practicing it. So monologues are very important. Solo act, monologue.
So these are, and you post these on the socials. What kind of monologues do you actually choose? Do you actually write your own monologues, or do you actually take monologues from existing material?
I did that, Sandeep. Initially, when I started doing monologues, I took some Bollywood monologues. But the other side with that was like people were trying to find and compare the same actor with me. So I did a monologue, Shri Devi's monologue. And that's a beautiful monologue from a movie she has done in US, and that was a very hit movie. Sorry, I'm just forgetting the name of that. Navrai Maji, that song from that one.
Oh, so, yes, I think it was, English,
yes. Oh my God, how can I forget this? So English, I did that monologue. People loved it. And it got noticed by many of Mumbai theatre people. They really appreciated it. But some people said, oh, we can see Sri Devi in you. So initially 50, 60, 70 monologues in season 1, I tried to pick it up from theatre and everything. But then it was again, they are going to compare me to the previous actor. Where will they see me? Where will they see Ashwini? And where will they see the character I play or portray? So after that, I started writing my own monologues. It's all about the observation.
What feedback do you get from them?
People love it, Sandeep. Recently I've done a monologue, Poch Lete Yaar. I do most of my monologues in Hindi because Asian crowd is somewhere my target audience. I have done English monologues. I have done Marathi monologues. I'm a Marathi girl.
Yeah.
But with Hindi, it happens like recently what I did, people were very happy, and the number of views I got within 1 week, it's more than 245 views, which happened in 1 week, which never happened before.
Yeah.
So it's about the girls who were growing up in 90s. Usha can very well relate to that. We are 90s girls. So how we were not actually included in the decisions, how we have faced so many, patriarchy things happening in the family and surroundings. So it was based on that, and people actually loved it. And during 90s films, it was like ladki ki naam yahan hoti hai, and if you're after that girl, just follow her, and then one day she's going to love you, she's going to like you.
Yeah.
All these things, we never like that. If we say no, it's a no.
It's basically normalizing harassment
Exactly.
for female characters in the Bollywood movies.
Oh, right, yeah,
So
yeah.
when the girl says no, the guy says that her no means yes.
Yes, yeah. So all those red flags are
She's
basically.
she's shy, so she cannot say yes.
Yeah.
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 So that was something people really loved, and many of my male friends and my well-wishers, they messaged me and said, Ashwini, this was thought-provoking. We never thought that no is a no. We thought you're getting shy, rightly as you said. So people are happy, and they say, so somebody messaged me, said, you have the right platform to give these kind of messages. And I said, yes, I think I'm the blessed one, that people pay attention to what I'm doing and they're noticing it.
We've got your present, but we haven't actually got how you started. So when did that actually happen?
The journey started from there. And as I said previously, the monologues was something people in India, they were noticing me. Even in Marathi industry, I have done a good number of Marathi films. So they have noticed me because of that. Even in theatre, Hindi theatre, the 100 monologues people, they told me there's a theatre artist we won't name, but she is really fond of your monologues and she's watching your monologues every time. So it started from there, and we do have agents here. So obviously there are agencies which are representing us, and we get connected to them. Self-representation is also there, and the journey, whatever you have done, media. So it has been mentioned there, and I think if you tick all the boxes, you are there with auditions and self-tape, and then you become the character. I come from a small town called Akola, Maharashtra. So I have been a news anchor there, and then my anchoring journey also started, because then when you're confident in speaking, then people want you to come and do the anchoring and interviews of celebrity. So my first celebrity interview that time was Bhagyashree Patwardhan, lead actress of Maine Pyar Kiya, which was a super duper hit in the 80s. So it was a fantastic experience, that fan moment, like you see the celebrity you have seen on the big screen, you are sitting in front of them.
Yeah.
And that journey. So yeah, it was anchoring, news anchoring, voiceover, television, but that was till the age of 23.
So this is a personal question, and as a 90s girl, I want to know, because I come from a family where girls were not allowed to speak up, and we were supposed to be in the quiet corner, right? So when I see your confidence, like you are a very confident person, and you are like very out there all the time. So where did this confidence come from?
Credit goes to my papa. We are 4 siblings, 3 sisters, and my brother is the youngest. And I've always been behind my papa, like, we say papa ki pooch, just like a tail, I used to follow him everywhere. And he saw that smartness in me, and he said, okay, why don't you join me when I go to market, when I go for shopping. And I started going out, and I think maybe all these experiences helped me to deal with people, to talk to people. And I remember one incident, my siblings were not, they are still fair than me, and I was much on the darker side with my complexion, and I always felt I'm not the attractive one, though my features were good. But as a child, and especially I come from a colony where there were many ladies who are, colorism is going on, that they keep on pointing out, especially when one of the child is on the darker side. So they always pointed about me, and I felt, oh my God, I don't know, I'm not good looking. That inferiority complex you go through all your life till you are grown up, and then you feel that, no, I wasn't that bad. So my father told me one thing. He said, looks doesn't mean everything, Ashwini. It's all about what you are as a person. He said, Lata Mangeshkar's voice is been appreciated all around the world. It was her talent. It was her hard work. You should remember this. And that just stuck me in my mind. I said, yes, it will be my hard work that, I'll get noticed and observe and achieve my dreams. And he has always been there. Like, even talking about the acting journey, when we had that chat, and I called my father first. I'm married. I have two lovely children, my husband. But first call went to my father, and I said, Papa, after the radio journey and the television journey, I want to act. And what do you think? Because he has always been a person who believed in me. I think, Usha, Sandeep, what actually happens with us is, as humans, is we want somebody to believe. Maybe the conditioning has been done that way. Now, at whatever ages we are and whatever experiences we have, now we don't believe in having that validation from others. But as a child, when
But like
growing up,
Priyanka Chopra says that behind every successful girl there is a progressive father.
yes,
So that's true for your
that's
case.
true. That's completely true in my case. Still, he's there. He's cheering me up every time. The first call will go to my father, whatever new I'm doing. So it's all about my father. He's the one who believes. And I think over the time, even my husband have been supportive. But I think it all starts with the man of the family during your childhood. That's the first male impact on you. If your father is very understanding, he believes in you, I think your life changes.
You having your parent, your dad, being very supportive
Cheerperson,
is an amazing
Yeah.
kind of like thing to have.
Yeah, and I was young, and in small towns, because it's all about the name they have in that town, and they don't want to get it spoiled. So I always knew that I don't have to misuse the freedom he gave me. And I told him, because I'll be working in media, so there will be things happening. The names will be called out, certain things will happen, gossiping will be there. So I want you to trust and believe me, because I do the same. And he said, I trust you, Beta. So I think that was the reason my journey has been really amazing. And when I used to give the news, so we used to be at the studio for nearly 4 hours. Obviously, we get the news, we read, we practice. So he never left me alone there in the studio. He used to sit outside the studio for like 4 hours, 5 hours. And today, wherever I am, he feels really proud that, all the hardships he's done that time, now it has been, fruitful.
How do you approach any new role? How do you prepare for it? Like, how do you prepare for it?
Yeah, getting the script, understanding the character, the 5 W's. We, as actors, we are supposed to know who, what, where, when, and just getting into the character, because as characters, we take ourselves in whatever role we play. So getting the script, once we get the script, reading it, understanding it, reading it again and again and again. And as I said, with the monologues, the craft helps you to get easily into the characters, because you're not shy, you have practiced it really well. Reading helps a lot. I have been reading different books. So the vocabulary, the diction, I am working on it. And I think my radio journey has helped me.
Which books?
So yeah, talking about books, I wasn't a good reader. I've not been a reader my life. And when the acting career started, I said, I need to improve my vocabulary.
Yeah.
I need to read things, because reading the stories make me understand people. And maybe while I'm playing the characters, I can utilize that. So the first book I started, and being a bit filmy person, I started, my first book was autobiography of Anupam Kher. So that book was really interesting. Then I went, second book was Priyanka Chopra's autobiography. And slowly the journey started. Then I got some acting books, then self-help books. Now I love to read a whole lot of spirituality books. This year I have to change my reading habit. It's more of spiritual books a lot. So I have to get into other fiction and non-fiction books for sure. I have started my theatre journey here in London. The acting journey started, everything has been started here. But especially with theatre, it's completely a different ballgame, and the playground is there for you. The characters, you are the one who are going to make it alive, and there are no retakes. Audiences looks and claps and cheering make you understand what you have actually done with that character. So the process is really interesting. And English, yes, I have done a whole lot of English reading scripts and some theatre as well here.
But you're using self-help books as well.
Yes.
So you find that helpful. How does that work?
Right. So the reason using self-help books is we all have blocks right from our childhood. The traumas, they become blocks. And then we get stuck with that mindset, and we are not ready to give ourselves a chance. Let it be anything, your career, your relationships, the initiations which you do, because you have been conditioned that way. Also, what experiences you had, let it be the toxic ones or good ones, but blocks are especially the negative ones. So I thought that at times it happens that you don't feel that you're yourself, and you need to understand this is not me. I believe firmly, Usha, you can lie to any person, right? You cannot lie to yourself. When you stand in front of mirror, you know what you are. And in between, I thought during the pandemic period, this is not me. So I took help of one of my friend. She's a healer. She's a therapist. And then I said, I feel there are certain things I need to clear them out. If you want to write something on the slate, that slate has to be cleared, right? If you want to bring furniture in the house, the old furniture has to be thrown out.
Yeah.
If I want to make this room clean, neat, nice, I need to repaint it, I have to remove it, I need to declutter. So that decluttering was very, very important for me. And because of that decluttering, Sandeep, I connected to myself.
Yeah.
I got to know I'm a beautiful person inside and outside, and my thought process, and things changed rapidly in my life with these self-help books, because when certain time your family members, your friends, they give you a feedback, and then there's a three alphabet letter, ego. We pamper that a lot, ego,
Yeah.
which we should not. At times we need to understand who is actually harming us and who's actually trying to help us. So I always give chance to people. I always give that concession and discount to somebody if they comment about me. First of all, again, it's a comment or suggestion. Again, it depends on my approach, how I take it. So this way, the self-help books have helped me. And currently I'm reading Self-Therapy. It's a beautiful book. Sorry, I don't remember the author, but this was suggested by one of the actor, Amrita Subhash. She has worked in many web series. She's a Marathi actor. And she mentioned this in one of the podcasts. So whenever I listen to somebody mentioning about some self-help book, I feel that, like even I have taken sessions, I have removed the blocks. I use certain EFT technique, which is called the tapping technique, that before getting the stress to be accumulated in your brain, just remove it. So it's called an EFT technique. You people can Google it afterwards.
And also, I think the director is a big risk. It's a big responsibility for the director as well,
Right.
to bring the actor back to that emotional
Yes.
state which the actor was before, because we are the ones who push you into this,
Yes.
whatever the territory, and then it's our responsibility to bring you back as well.
Yeah, I was exactly going to say the same. Usha, the director, she's sitting in front of me, and she knows how to bring the actors into the characters, because obviously you, director, I've worked in a film with you, and you give the freedom. I think that's the best thing, Usha, as a director, when you give me the playground saying, Ashwini, this is your playground, okay? And if there's something you definitely want to just nudge me, you will do that for sure. As a director, because that film is your baby, right? And we become the face of the production house, of the director. And as an actor and character, I should be portraying what my director thinks. So I think that's very, very important. And you people, hats off to all the directors. You people work relentlessly, though we become the face of the movie, but that's your idea, your perception, and you want to present something through us. So it's...
And whatever you said about decluttering, that's very, very impactful. I mean, this is the first time we all know it in a subconscious, but I think you saying it kind of like shows us, oh my god, like this is so important, to kind of, if you want to develop into something new, you need to push away the old.
Yeah.
Do you actually enjoy the creative process as well? Actually developing the character with the director?
I love it. Last year in November, I had my theatre play. So we had the workshop, and the whole process of developing the play went for 20 days. And I would love to mention this, Usha. That play will always be very near to my heart. I played a mom. It's loosely based on a mom who wants to take her daughter away from a neighboring country to Western country. So all the hassle she does, all the ups and downs she's going through. So the emotional range, again, when I talk about Navras. So we actually, as an actor, I got to play so many emotions in that. And something inside me, being an emotional person, that character will be special, because the bond between the daughter and the mother was really beautiful. And the workshops actually help you, as I said, decluttering obviously on individual level, but when the director, the team, whole process is there. So we were doing some dance moves as well. I have not done that previously, so it became a fantastic experience for me, all those movements, and we are trying to display some characters, and we are trying to give you how can I say that, uh, the script in a way where you don't know, but with the actions you will understand what we actually wanted to say with those characters. So workshops are really really important, and I think theater does a beautiful work on that. And especially for me, I feel lucky in so many ways, especially my journey has started in this country where health and safety is very crucial. People are very understanding, very open-minded. Back home is also there. I've loved with lovely people from Bollywood, Marathi industry, from Punjabi, Bhojpuri people. They all have been very understanding. I think again, Sandeep Usha, it all becomes to what we are, and then what energy we give to people, and it just comes back to you.
What was the name of the play?
It was The Final Trumpet.
The Final Trumpet?
Yeah.
All right, and the role you played?
It was Neelu.
Yeah.
A single mom, her husband has died, and she wants to bring her daughter she wants to take away her daughter from Bangladesh to Western countries, and especially she wants to come to London. So the whole journey of how she's going to face the difficulties, and she takes help of certain people. She plays in between.
Yeah.
People use each other, so she does the same. Because for her, the target is, I want to take my daughter safely to the other end of the world. And as a mother, as a daughter, as a female especially, I could relate to each and every emotion. And I think it comes naturally because I'm a mother of two. I have a daughter as well. So all mothers who have daughters, they quickly connect to that character Neetu. And and the bond we shared with actors there, it's beautiful. So even while discussing the character at times, I used to cry many a times, and the whole team was like, "What's happening, Ashwini?" I said, "I just don't know." The thought of whatever the end of the play will be, and I just cannot imagine as a mother. And they were like, "Okay." So my directors were very understanding. Is there something you want to talk about? Because again, the mental wellness has been taken care so well here. I said, no, as a mother, the insecurity and that thought of my daughter. So we worked on that, and it came beautifully. And as actors, I've seen here in this country, when I've worked with actors, they're so lovely. You know, they are not insecure. My journey, I have met beautiful people were like connected me to different casting directors, agents. They give me tips like how I can work on myself. And then this journey, I should mention this person, my mentor, my guru, Res Kabir. He's an actor himself. He's a theater actor, and he owns his own company. And every time, like, we connect every month, he keeps on checking, okay, what new is happening, okay, what interesting is happening. So I think getting a guru in your, or a mentor in your respective field, is very very important. And people are lucky who have mentors. That's the reason I say I think I'm the blessed person, that I have lovely people in my life. Yeah.
So, what has been your most challenging role up to date?
I've done a short film named Neetu, British Passport. So I've played the lead Neetu. She's a bipolar, okay, and this is based on a true story. So the lady wants to have a British passport. She marries a guy here, and she is in relationship with somebody else apart from her marriage. Uh, her whole process is there to get the British passport, and she kills her husband. She is good in a moment. Second moment, you can't predict what she's going to do. She'll be smiling. At second moment, she'll be like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So getting into those characters, it was challenging for me. It has been appreciated a lot by a whole lot of people here, and in India as well. It has went to International Film Festival in Mumbai. But those characters which you are not, and which are dark, Usha, I firmly believe we all have a dark side inside. And just we know that darker side, Sandeep.
Yes.
And as actors, we are lucky that we get these kind of platforms to release that darkness.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. That I do.
So the challenging role was Neetu. theater actually helps me to get the layers of me as a person. Always.
Yeah.
So, getting into the layers, when we say inner self, theater does that with you, for sure.
During the 90s, when I was sort of making short films and all that kind of thing, there was no social media. So how are you going to get yourself in front of people's faces before social media? So in my passion, which is comedy, everyone used to go to Edinburgh Fringe, pay a fortune to like get 20 days of performing 1 hour shows and all that. And it costs people going to debt. Now, not that many people go to Edinburgh because they can put it all online and it won't cost them a fortune.
Exactly.
And, why pay? And it's now, the business model, in a sense, is broken now. So I think that's the benefit of you at your career, at your stage now. You got social media. You can do 100 monologues in 100 days.
I always feel this, Sandeep and Usha. People say this is Kalyug. I say this is Satyug. Just try to understand how. The whole world is in your pocket, in that smartphone. You press a button, you order food. You press a button, you get clothes. You press a button, you buy a house, right? And you have so much of exposure, so many mediums to connect. The story which I was telling you about the LA production house, how I got connected to them. It's about social media. How you use your thing, how you use the mediums to get connected to people. Like as an actor, every day my work is, I take my bath, I do my morning rituals, I do my workout, all my household chores, I sit with my laptop. I am like ready as if I'm in working space, with that, like I have perfume, I'm wearing good clothes because that's my office. And I start emailing to different production houses.
So even though you're not working technically, you still make yourself ready as if you're going to a job. And you are technically going to a job because you are on your emails.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's my office.
Interesting because as we're doing the podcast now, I mentioned that I haven't worked for 3 months. Now, because I'm developing scripts with Usha and we're doing trailers, pitch decks and all these kind of things, I noticed I'm doing the same thing as you in a sense. I get up in the morning, get the kids ready, make breakfast. I actually take a shower, get myself ready, then I'm on the computer working. Right. So I don't just wake up and just in my pajamas and all that. I think it's a mental health and a kind of like an attitude you bring to whether you're working or not, whether you're on your computer. It's the same thing, isn't it? It's if you make yourself ready like you're going to a job.
Exactly.
You are literally going to a job.
It's all about your attitude and approach, Usha. What we do, what we tell ourselves, and it works for us.
No, I appreciate and I actually respect the fact that you do these rituals rather than just getting out of bed in your pajamas on a computer just going.
Nobody is going to bring a platter for me. I have to. If I have to.
But it's a mental thing.
Exactly.
It's a mental thing.
I remember a very interesting. My neighbor, who was like 80 years old when I knew him, but he retired when he was 57 or something like that, because it was more beneficial for him to go on the pension than to go for a job. So he retired.
You get taxed more. Yeah.
So he retired, but every morning he would wear his suit, he would wear his tie and his shoes, and he would sit like in his
office environment.
And I said, like, why are you always suited and booted? And he's like, I like to feel that I'm working on something.
You create that environment near you, right? Because every day it has to be. See, we are not in a conventional field. When you choose something out of the box, when you choose something which is not conventional, and you chose it, so you cannot be a crybaby. So you have to actually give that routine to yourself, like
it's a routine.
Yeah, it's a routine. It's a routine, and also getting connected to people, networking. With my radio profession, I got connected to many people. I'm a professional anchor, so I do anchoring as well. And I used to always wonder, Usha, when I worked with you first, I'm like, she's writing script. What does script writing means? How do they just write their feelings or those characters? How do they create them? Then with monologues, that journey started. And then with poems, I used to struggle in my school days with poems. Like, okay, the poet has said blah, 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 blah. What does these 4 lines means? And I was like, if that poet was not clear, why are they asking us? That poet wrote something. That poet should know what does those lines mean. I'm not supposed to decode that. And I used to struggle with that. But now, after a certain time it happened, like I started writing poems and blogs. And shairi is like just 4 lines.
Yeah.
It's a zipped form of emotions. just those 4 lines,
Yeah.
and the emotion is given to the person. So that's shairi and poem, and then small articles. So I understood over the time with this journey that it's not about keeping myself busy. It's being productive.
Do you actually do acting roles when you're talking to people? So if you're in a shop, there is a reason why I'm asking this. So do you actually do acting? Like you're in the, you're talking to a cashier or you're talking to friends and all that kind of thing. The only reason I say that is because I do comedy. I love comedy and all that. I tend to I tend to run comedy routines without them knowing. I'm talking to colleagues, friends. I'm outside a building, and sometimes I'll do risque humor because I like embarrassing people. So some people just go like,
Huh?
"Did he just say that?" So I'm always performing, which helps my kind of like performance and all that with just random people in a random boring setting like a supermarket and all that. Is this something that you do or?
I do that, but with my kids.
Oh, just with the kids?
Yes, I
Oh
haven't
yes,
tried
I've
that.
seen your reels. Yeah, you stopped doing that now, right? Yeah.
Well, my younger one, she's no more young now. She's grown up now.
Yeah,
So
they were very, very hilarious. Yeah,
yes,
they were
we
nice
used to. We used to. I can play with my voice.
Yeah.
So I used to mimic some people in front of my kids. Like if I'm Usha and me, we are meeting, and if I know that certain way you talk, so I'll talk the same way. You won't realize, but my kids know that I'm mimicking you, and that way I used to like play with voice, and I'll say when I can, as I said, I can change my voice, so I can talk like a kid, like Ushanti, where you going? I want to come with you. Can we go shopping? So this is something I do, and my kids were like, "What's wrong with this lady? I don't know you."
So you use
So
your
I
kids
use
as
humor,
practice.
but just with my kids. I've not done that outside, but it's a good idea, Sandeep. I should start using that.
So can you walk us through a day on the set during a typical production?
Right. So morning we go. I am good at making friendship with the chai wala bhaiya. So I love my other kola chai. So mornings you go. Obviously there are actors. If it's a family drama or something, then there are so many actors who have to get ready. We reach in time, whatever the call time is. You should reach then. The makeup starts. Meanwhile, you get your breakfast and chai. Obviously, when you get good terms with the unit, for me, it's getting on good terms with the lightmen, the whole other unit, because you become the face on the screen because these people are working hard.
Oh yeah.
So I'm always in habit of saying good morning to each and every person on the set. I go and say hello bhaiya, how are you? Hello. Let it be here in London with English crowd or with Hindi, Marathi. I just tend to say hello to everyone, do the makeup stuff, eat something, wait for my shot. When the shoots get ready, you both are coming from media background. You're a director yourself. You know how many takes go on. The retakes are not a big thing, but how many takes that the same dialogue has to be repeated so many times. Then you take different angles of different actors. So maintaining that energy there. So don't lose your energy every time. When it's especially your shot, your close-ups, use it more. Like now, if the camera is behind me, and if it's over my shoulder, if it's worse and the camera is on you, I should not be using much energy. So these small bits, I think it comes with experience then. And obviously as the day progresses, lunch is there, then everybody comes, they mellow down and they just start chatting to you again. It keeps on going for another 6 hours, your shoot is there. Maintaining that patience, I used to always think that how do actors sit there for 12 hours? And when I was reading Priyanka Chopra's biography, she has mentioned this in her biography, that she was working with a big name of the industry. And that actor told her, because she was getting pissed off, like, why they're not taking my shot? It's so long, I'm ready. And then that actor, co-actor told her, you have committed for 12 hours. So you have to sit here for 12 hours. Even if you're going to be in the scene just for 1 minute or 50 seconds, but when you commit for 12 hours, this is your bread and butter and you have to respect this. I think I read that too early in my career, so I never lost my cool.
Are you a director's actor? Are you?
I've heard
What is
that.
your acting style?
I've heard that from one of my director, a Marathi film which I did, and there was a emotional, intense scene, and that was actually at the crossroad where there's like too much public near a mall. We have done that somewhere, I think in Hounslow. And that emotional scene, along with the pressure of people, and there were some youngsters who were actually trying to disturb and distract that scene every time we were shooting. And my scene was very intense, very, very intense, that I am like emotionally bottled up and things are coming out, it's on the surface. But then I had a chat with director, because for me, being the mom in the house and the lady in the house, I always ask people in my house, like, how do you want the dish to be? Do you want it it's spicy, more spicy, less spicy?
Yeah.
So I actually asked my directors, I said, this is something I asked them, do you want me to make it very intense, a bit aggressive, a bit low? So I discussed with them, and they're happy to know, like, okay, I have the variation which I can give them.
You got the range.
So the range what I can give as an actor, and they're happy to know that. And when I've done certain films, like, directors were happy. Like last year I did a film where I was like supposed to do the shoot just for 4 days. That was written on my contract, and the director and the team were pretty impressed. It was a Marathi film, and they actually wrote more dialogues and they created more scenes for me. So I think it happens at times that when you gel up well with that character, even the director thinks it's there. And yes, that question, again answering that one, I am director's actor. This is what I've heard. So I think, yeah, it comes as a compliment and to understanding that we can fulfill the expectation of the directors as actors.
Yeah.
That what they want from the character.
So how was your experience working on my short film? What was your experience?
Oh, fantastic. I'm so thankful to you. First of all, Usha, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for believing me. Even if it's a small role, every character in the film matters. And somebody believing in you and trusting in you is so crucial at the beginning.
बहुत उम्दा मौसम है. How is the weather in London?
It is okay. Lots of rains, how London weather is. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I can't tell you how happy I am with this match. Inshallah, my dream is coming true.
And then that film got so many awards. So I became a part of that film, an award-winning film, and our film has received awards at so many festivals. It was an outstanding film, right? So it helps, it helps a lot when you gave me that character. For me, I was enjoying each and every bit on the set. Even if I'm not in the clip, I was like looking at them. Oh wow, it works this way. Oh wow, okay, this is the way director does. Okay, the co-actors are there. Certain people are enjoying, certain people are like literally finishing their work and off they go. And I was like literally having fun those 2-3 days, whatever we were doing the shoots. I was like, I'm enjoying this. What you do in your college days is you actually enjoy the process of the cultural days in your college. That was a cultural day even for me, and I was like totally into it. I enjoyed this. And I'm looking forward to work in more films with you. When is the next
Fingers
project?
crossed, hopefully, yeah, soon.
Yes. Now that you have seen my range also.
So there must be some dull moments in your life where you're not getting work. Do you have that?
Yes,
do you
last
have
year
that? And how do you cope with that? And what is your what is your motivation? How do you keep yourself motivated? Or if you're feeling low, how do you keep yourself up, saying, no, this is just a phase, it's gonna pass?
Again, talking to myself a lot. It sounds crazy, but I talk a lot to myself. I write things for myself.
Expert advice from yourself.
Yes.
The best person.
Again, you cannot lie to yourself. You know how truthful you can be to yourself. So, yes, there are moments because, again, you choose something which is different, but try to fill in those empty patches. So, along with whatever comes with media industry, I do role play jobs for various medical universities. I am looking more into voiceover industry now. I'm going to train myself more for the voiceover industry. Every year I give a challenge to myself as a human and as a creative person to do something new. So last year I started learning some classical music, and I did that for 3 months. And Usha, my Sa and Tanpura, they were not becoming friends. This is on the lighter note. On serious notes, the confidence which I have when I'm presenting on radio, when I'm anchoring, when I'm acting, I just don't know, some emotional shackle was holding me inside. I wasn't able to sing properly. And I told my gurus that time, I know this journey is going to actually focus on something which has been left. And that emotional shackle was there. And I left the class saying, I'm getting scared of this class because I'm not able to prepare. I'm not getting confident. And it came as a big surprise to me as a human as well, because I come out as a very confident person to everybody. And I was like, what's happening with me? I was getting anxious for that class. I just don't know. I haven't prepared the singing stuff.
Singing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, if something is making me anxious, it's better to say bye as of now. Take a pause. Think what is happening, why I'm not able to relate it. I asked in one of my radio shows, I make my shows very interactive. I make my anchoring also very interactive. So one day I asked, okay, let me know, guys, who have not removed the plastic cover of the remote.
Yeah.
And I got so many calls. Ashwini, how do you know that the plastic cover is still on the remote? Like, this is without a plastic cover. And they were like, how do you know this? I said,
We are properly.
where do I come from? So they love the humor that
Yeah.
way.
That's what we do. We try to bring stories so that people can relate to them and learn something about their own lives and maybe improve it in some way, right? That's what we are there for.
Oh, brilliant. No, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us on our.
Thank you so much. It was
First interview.
lovely, very inspiring, and we learned a lot today.
Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider supporting us with a donation to patreon.com/Usha Productions. This helps cover our running costs for this and the development of our drama projects. All the links are in the show notes. Until next time, take care.